Our waterproof rigid core flooring does not require acclimation before installation in a residential area. Simply bring the planks up to room temperature prior to installation. This is great for quickly needed floor replacement jobs. Buy it today, install it today. No special tools are required for installation, and minimal floor preparation is needed. We recommend you purchase 10% more than needed to allow for waste. Installation takes just a few steps. Regardless of the subfloor material, the subfloor must be sound and solid without deflection. Since this is a floating floor, install cabinetry, island vanities, tubs, or anything that would impede the floating of the floor first. Then, install the flooring around them. Begin by measuring the room's length and divide it by the length of the planks. Be sure to allow for a 1/4 inch gap on either end by using 1/4 inch spacers. If the resulting number is less than 8 inches, you'll need to cut your plank accordingly to avoid having planks less than 8 inches on the opposite side of the room. Measure the width of the room and divide it by the width of the plank. If the number is less than half the width of the plank, you'll need to trim the first and last row to equal widths. Installing with this method of spacing will result in a more balanced looking room at the end of the installation. To cut the planks, simply mark the proper measurement and score the plank using a utility knife and a straight edge. Then just snap the plank along the score line. You will also need to back cut the underlayment on the bottom of the plank. Insert 1/4 inch spacers between the wall and the row of planks. This 1/4 inch allows room for expansion as the floor floats on the subfloor. Installation should start in the left-hand corner and proceed with the tongue facing the wall. When starting your first row, lock the first 2 planks in place by angling just enough to get your fingers underneath the plank. You will know the planks are fully locked when they lay flat on the subfloor. Continue laying planks until the first row is complete. Use paper or scribe to trace out irregular objects. Cut along the trace lines using a utility knife and then install your plank. When laying the second row of planks, score and snap the first plank so the end joint will be staggered at least 8 inches from the seams in the first row. When connecting both a long and a short seam together, connect the short side of the plank first, then slide the plank so the long sides meet. Use a tapping block or a soft-faced hammer to make a tight joint at the long side seam. When cutting the first plank of a row, place the cut edge against the wall. The staggered seam pattern can be repeated row by row or be random. As each row is completed, place spacers at both ends to maintain a consistent gap to the wall. These gaps and the cut edges will be covered by the 1/4 round or desired baseboard molding installed at the end of the project. When installing planks around door openings, it's best to cut the door casing so the plank can slide underneath. Never undercut metal door casings. An assortment of coordinating transitions and trims, including stair nose, are available.